Hint2mint. Hello guys and welcome to our channel Hint2mint. For this week's Q&A session, we have a CFP, which is a Certified Financial Planner, Ashwini with us. She's popular on Instagram as Cook Your Own Money. Let's go talk to her because she's going to be answering some questions for us. So Ashwini, what motivated you to become a CFP?
So before I became a certified financial planner and took up financial planning as my profession, I was an investment advisor. And during this journey of my investment advisory, I realized that there are a lot of people around who don't know their goals. There are a lot of people around who do very transactional kind of investments. They would just come with a certain amount of surplus and say, I want to invest this, I want to park this money somewhere to get some returns. But they don't understand that finances, investments have to be very holistic. It has to be binding to your entire life. And only then you can be happy. Just to tell you a few examples, I have seen elderly people who have worked very hard through their life and are still working post their retirement. So they don't have enough amount of money to take care of their retirement. At the same time, I have seen there are a lot of young couples who want to enjoy life, but they can't because they don't know how much is sufficient, how much is enough to take care of their goals. There are a lot of people who continuously keep on taking loans over loans and fall in the debt trap, and they don't know how to come about it. They don't know how can they just take care of their families and pay off these loans. So that's where entire holistic financial planning concept comes in. So each investment, each transaction is going to have an repercussion on your family, is going to have an impact on your financial life, on your normal life as well, right? And that is when I realized that I had to do financial planning, and that is when I realized that this is the profession I want to choose because I want to tell people, enjoy life. It's just once. You just can't keep saving a lot of amount of money or just can't keep investing, or the other way, you just can't keep spending a lot of money and save nothing for the future. That's when I decided I want to do CFP. That's what motivated me to do CFP.
How is this course different from popular courses like CA?
Well, CFP is about personal finance, whereas CA talks about income tax, it talks about accounting. So you can say that CA is very much about income tax, it is about taxation related part of your personal finance, whereas CFP is about your holistic finances. It also talks about retirement planning, it talks about risk management, it talks about estate planning. Estate planning is something that takes care of your assets, of your investments, of your liabilities post the death of the person. So it takes care of estate planning, it takes care of investment planning, where to invest, how much risks to take, what should be your asset allocation. So basically CFP talks about, deals about everything which is there in the personal finance zone: investment planning, tax planning, retirement planning, risk planning, estate planning, whereas CA is very much prone to your taxation part, to your accounting part of the personal finance, right?
What are the future prospects after doing this course?
Well, CFPs do have a really bright future in terms of corporate world, where you want to work with banks, if you want to work with insurance companies, if you want to work with mutual fund companies, which are called as asset management companies. You can work with certain CAs also because they do need certain CFPs to take care of the other needs, personal finance needs of their clients. You can work with a financial planning firm like ours, wherein we have a set of clients of ours, or we have our individual practice. You can assist us, you can work with us, or you can also have your own practice as a certified financial planner. So yes, as compared to CAs, in these institutes which I just mentioned, you definitely have an upper hand in case you want to work with them. And you can also have a good corporate ladder if you want to work in corporate institutes related to insurance companies, banks, as well as mutual fund companies. These will definitely give you preference as compared to a normal MBA finance or probably a CA for that matter, if you want to work in a personal finance space.
What major difficulties did you face while doing it?
Difficulty. Yes, the CFP certification is difficult in terms of it has a lot of calculations in Excel. You need to know how to use Excel well in terms of calculations and a lot of Excel formulas. There are a lot of things simultaneously you need to do, and a lot of practice is required. So I won't say that it is impossible. You should really give it a try if you're really interested in this personal finance space. But I would definitely recommend to do a lot of practice. And about me, yes, I had flunked my first exam of my life because of CFP. I've never actually flunked in exams ever in my school or colleges. I've always been a topper, but yes, I did flunk my first retirement planning exam. I did not clear it in the first attempt. I had to give 2 attempts. In the second attempt, I cleared my exam. So yes, I would definitely recommend you guys to study hard, do a lot of practice before attempting the exams.
What exactly do you study in CFP? And is it a course which is only for commerce students?
Well, what exactly you study in CFP is that you study these individual subjects of personal finance in real depth. Like you study investment planning in real depth. You understand the risk appetite of the person. You understand can he take financial risks. You understand his psychological risks. You understand what are the different investment options he can invest in. So basically you study investment planning in depth and the instruments available in depth through which you can invest. Then you study tax planning in depth. You study the different laws in our taxation, in the income tax, in our wealth tax, in the corporate tax. So you basically study taxation very briefly in this tax planning module. Then the next module is risk management, and in this module you actually study about how can you insure your risks. What is the principle of insurance? How does insurance work? What are the different types of insurances? Which one is better for which kind of person? What kind of insurance product is suitable? What will be the value of that particular insurance when you surrender it early? And very in-depth knowledge about risk management. Then you have the next module which talks about retirement planning and estate planning. So in this module you study about how should one take care of the retirement? What are the different ways he can take care of the retirement? What are the different instruments through which he can take care of retirement? What are pension plans? What is annuity? How can you make sure that you are in a right position? You're not taking a lot of risk and you have balanced kind of asset allocation. You are happy with your investments. You can take care of your goals properly by paying off the debt. So that's how is retirement planning. And then the last exam is the combination of all these, right? So it will be like a person will be having a certain amount of loans, he has certain investments, he has certain goals. How do you make sure that he saves off through his years of life properly, takes care of his retirement, and pays least amount of taxes? So that is how an entire holistic kind of financial planning is taken care of in the advanced financial planning module. And no, not necessarily that you have to be a commerce student to pursue CFP. Anyone who has 10 plus 2 years of education can pursue CFP as a professional degree. If you want to get the final CFP certification, you need to have certain experience in the financial field. Probably if you are working in the financial planning field, then 3 years of experience is okay. If you're not working in the financial planning field, then you need to have at least 5 years of experience. Otherwise, to take care of this final degree, education you can complete, but you don't get the final badge unless you have this experience criteria. You can also go directly to the 5th exam, which is Advanced Financial Planning exam, by skipping investment planning, tax planning, retirement planning, as well as risk management. If you have certain degrees, like if you are a CA intermediate, you've completed the intermediate exam. If you are a CFA, there are certain degrees, professional degrees. If you have them, then in that situation, you can directly move on to the last exam, that is the Advanced Financial Module exam, by skipping the first 4 exams if you want the final CFP badge. But currently, you can see that FPSB has made it interesting. If you don't want to get the final CFP batch, you can just get the intermediate single modules. You can get done with them and you can still work in those fields. For example, you can just get done with investment planning, and that is a degree for you. A single degree. You can just complete tax planning, and that could be a degree for you. Retirement planning, and that could be a degree for you to work in the specialized fields. But the final CFP badge is only acquired after completing this education and examination of all the 5 modules and having the experience for it, and of course after signing the code of ethics that FPSB has for us.
Does CFP require a huge investment?
Okay, so the expense-wise, FPSB takes a student registration charges from you, which is an annual charge. That is an annual subscription, which you have to pay compulsory if you want to give any of the exams of FPSB, any of these modules. Then you have an exam fee, and which is charged before every exam. And finally, after completing all this, you also have to pay annual CFP renewal charges every year after completing the degree. So I can say that around 40,000 is a rough expense if you do CFP by your own, by self-study. Yes, I completed CFP by self-study. I did not go to any institute to take any education or classes or notes for. You can do that. If you're confident enough to complete it, or if you have experience in the financial planning field, if you've worked in the financial services industry. And if not, then you can always go to authorized education providers, which FPSB has on their website. There are a lot of institutions which provide education for clearing these individual examinations and modules. So those expenses can be a bit higher. Probably the expenses to complete CFP, including all these examination fees and registration, could go up to 1.5 or 2 lakhs based on how much time you need to clear the exams. The more number of attempts for clearing the exams, those number of times you have to give the examination fees. So that's how it is. If you clear it in the first attempt all, then probably 40,000, around 40,000 could be the expenses.
Why do you think it is important to do such a course along with normal graduation studies?
So I would say that you can attempt CFP if you are really interested in the personal finance field, in case you are interested to work in banks, if you are interested in working with insurance companies, with mutual fund sectors, if you're interested in financial planning for clients, thinking about a holistic plan, helping them do the financial plans, this is definitely for you. Along with normal graduation, you can complete it provided you have interest in this field. Otherwise, it can take a long time to clear this exam, and it has been really difficult. That's the reason why we have only 1,90,000 CFPs all over the world. Or to talk about India, we have hardly 1,900 CFPs here. It is definitely hard, but if you're interested, then definitely give it a try. But it is not something that you can attempt half-heartedly. That much I would definitely want you to tell. It is something which you have to attempt full-heartedly. You really want to do it and give your best.
What was the first thing you did after completing the course? Was it easy for you to get a job?
What is the first thing I did? I completely changed the outlook of my practice. You see, I was an investment advisor before. So for me, it was very transactional at that time as well, because I was telling clients how to invest only based on that single transaction. But now my entire outlook has changed. Now I think about their existing risk profile. Now I think about their risk appetite, like psychologically. Now I think about their goals. We have discussions regarding their financial plans, how we can execute them, how can we reduce their taxes. So now it has become very holistic. So in India, we have a lot of agents around. We have insurance agents, we have mutual fund agents, we have post office agents, we just have a lot of agents. But these agents always understand about their own products. They don't understand complete financial planning. They don't understand what will happen if a client has an extra money and he's going to invest it instead of paying off his car loan first. What will be the implication of that over the client's finances? So such kind of problems now can be handled very easily because of the knowledge I have with respect to CFP. I have my individual practice as financial planning going on. So that has really equipped me, the knowledge has really equipped me to help serve my clients. And most importantly, I started my own education page, which is called as QnA, because I realized that women especially lack the interest in financial field, in personal finance field, and I thought I should equip them with certain information. I should make this page more engaging for them so that they like personal finance more and take some responsibility, because it is really important for women in the house to understand personal finance. Otherwise, they really have to take charge of finances when they don't want to. If certain bad things happen in their family, like someone who, like an earning member of the family passes away, or they are divorced, or they have a lot of responsibility suddenly, that is when they really look into this field. So I don't want them to look into that field when they are required to. I want them to start learning from now. I want them to know that it is interesting, it is fun, not necessarily that finance is always boring and you can't do it. That's why I started my page called QnA, which is special education channel for women. And I share a lot of articles there, a lot of posts there which educate women regarding personal finance and help them, equip them to take a holistic financial decision.
If someone wants to pursue this course, what prior knowledge or interest should that person have?
Well, if you want to pursue CFP, I would say you should really have interest in the personal finance field. You should like calculations a lot. You should love Excel. And if you don't love Excel, you should at least know hands-on how to use it. That would be the first thing I would say if you are really interested in doing CFP.
Is CFP an internationally recognized course?
Yes, CFP is an international degree. It is valid in 26 countries. So once you get a CFP degree, you can definitely practice in any of these 26 countries, provided you give a small exam there based on the instruments in that particular country. Like instruments will definitely be different as compared to here and some other country. So that exam you might have to give, but it is valid. The certification is valid in these 26 countries. You can practice anywhere. So this is not available in any other degree that you might get in India. For example, if you want to work in personal finance space and you have some insurance license, that is not going to be valid in the other country. You are just mere an agent in India. So same goes on with mutual funds. If you are a mutual fund agent in India, then that is only pertaining to India and you can sell only mutual funds, not in any other country. But this degree is a holistic degree. It will teach you everything about investments, about risks, about retirement, about tax planning, how to reduce taxes, how to invest in a proper way, how to reduce your loans, what to give priority, investments or loans. So all these holistic decisions is what CFP will teach you. It is a much higher degree in terms of knowledge, a very high degree in terms of ethics. They make you sign a code of ethics wherein they tell you about the confidentiality clause you have to share with your clients, about how you should maintain a transparency with your client in terms of fees, how you should charge your clients, how there should not be any vested interest of you in charging them, and everything based on ethics is really important in CFP. So I would say that it is a really, really high level of degree in terms of ethics, in terms of knowledge, also in terms of international accreditation. It is valid in 26 countries. So people who are really interested in personal finance and want to really fly high in terms of knowledge and in terms of better prospects, then definitely do attend.
Thank you so much, Ashwini, for enlightening all of us about CFP. I'm sure all our viewers love this. So guys, if you have any questions, please drop a comment in the comment section below and me and Ashwini will be happy to help you guys. Thank you. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Hint2mint. Also, don't forget to comment in the comment section below if there's any particular topic on which you want us to make videos.